This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So I remember a few weeks ago, AnthonyJoshua, he was watching the Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz fight, and he was giving some analogies as to what was going on. And even in that one, he said that Deontay Wilder has obvious weaknesses. Now, he's commented on Tyson Fury's win over Deontay Wilder. And this is what he says about Deontay Wilder. When you go to war, you can't have one weapon in your arsenal, his right hand. So once that was taken away from him, which Fury did, he was able to annihilate Wilder and expose him for some of his weaknesses. That's AnthonyJoshua's statement. Now, there was a bit more to it than that as well, but what he's saying is what most people who watch boxing already knew. Wilder, outside of that right hand, he doesn't have anything else in his locker room. He doesn't have anything else. His footwork is all over the place. His balance is terrible. His jab can be good, but he doesn't utilize it. And he can be a little bit weak around the whiskers. So the boxing fundamentals, the boxing skill, that's something that Wilder doesn't have. So for Tyson Fury, well, AnthonyJoshua said the exact same thing that I've said many times, which is that Tyson Fury annihilated Wilder. Okay, it wasn't just a lucky punch, which then caused the rest of the fight and the referee stepped in or anything like that. No. Tyson Fury beat Wilder so bad that his team had to throw in the towel. And what makes it worse is that Wilder, he's been given some kind of excuses afterwards, which of course I've done video on, but they're weak excuses. When AnthonyJoshua, when he lost to Andy Ruiz Jr., and I'm pretty sure at this point, there will already be comments in the comment section from some of the Wilder fanatics out there who will say, well, Andy Ruiz Jr., he exposed AnthonyJoshua. Well, that's one way to look at it, but AnthonyJoshua, he made the adjustments and dominated Andy Ruiz Jr. in the rematch, no matter how you look at it. But AnthonyJoshua, outside of the rounds where he got hit to the canvas, he was winning. He quite clearly won round 1 and round 2. And he was winning round number 3 and even dropped Andy Ruiz Jr. to the canvas. It was his own silly mistake that cost him the rest of the fight. But even after then, when his head, his equilibrium, if you want to call it that one, was all over the place, he still managed to eke away the rounds. Then, of course, it all come to a grinding halt in round number 7. Now, with Wilder, he didn't win a second of any round against Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury dominated him. Tyson Fury beat him up to the point where his team had to throw in the towel. So AnthonyJoshua saying that he got annihilated is 100% true. It's 100% true. That's exactly what happened. It's probably the most one-sided fight in a heavyweight world title fight that we have seen where a champion loses his belt in I don't know how long. That's how bad that beating was. Now, of course, we do have to give Wilder credit, the fact that he managed to soak up a lot of this punishment. Some fighters may have went, you know what, I've had enough. But he didn't. He just kept on going. Even though he had a look on that face of, please leave me alone. Please, referee, stop the fight. Right? Now, the weaknesses of Deontay Wilder have always been apparent. And this is what AnthonyJoshua said. He said it time before, where Deontay Wilder, he has a lot of vulnerabilities and a lot of weaknesses, which is why he had no fear whatsoever against Deontay Wilder. Of course, after AnthonyJoshua lost to Andy Ruiz Jr., Wilder was the one saying, oh, AnthonyJoshua, he's been exposed and blah, 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 he's a fraud. AnthonyJoshua, after Wilder lost, said, hey, congratulations to Tyson Fury. Fury, you're a warrior. Deontay Wilder, you're a warrior. So he never went in on Deontay Wilder. But Wilder, he doesn't have that same kind of mentality. He's a very, very selfish mentality is what he's got. It's all about brownie points rather than actually getting in the ring and sorting it out. Let's be honest, Wilder, he turned down 120 million. Now, I've said this many, many times that AnthonyJoshua would have done to Deontay Wilder what Tyson Fury done. I said this way before Tyson Fury done it. I said the same thing that Dillian Whyte would do this to Deontay Wilder. Because the writing's been on the wall for a long time. What is it that I always said about Wilder? He's got a very good right hand, but he's a loss waiting to happen. You can see it. You can just see it. And he's so arrogant. He's so up his own backside that he can't see that get out of jail card isn't always going to get you out of jail. Because if you can't land it, you're going to lose. And the weaknesses are there. And that's what Anthony Joshua is alluding to. The fact that he will be exposed for his weaknesses. And if it wasn't going to be him that does it, then somebody else will. Now you all know why Deontay Wilder's team didn't want Anthony Joshua. You could say Anthony Joshua lost to Andrew Ruiz Jr., so therefore that's a definite guarantee that Deontay Wilder beats Joshua. That's stupid. That's just pure stupidity. Pure stupidity, okay? Because it wasn't just one punch that Tyson Fury landed. Tyson Fury beat him up. Tyson Fury showed that it's not just a level or two difference. There's a whole ladder of levels difference between him and Deontay Wilder. And there's a whole ladder of differences as well. Not as big of a ladder, granted, but there's a whole ladder of differences between Deontay Wilder and quite a few other heavyweights out there. Can he bridge those levels? I'm not too sure. The only way that Deontay Wilder wins is if he lands a right hand. That's his only chance. And heavyweight boxing, that's not good odds, especially when you're moving up in the levels. It's not good odds. So I would fully expect Tyson Fury to pretty much do it again, regardless of who it is that Deontay Wilder brings in. Hey, I could be wrong. It's boxing. You never know, right? He could quite easily catch Tyson Fury. Well, I say easily. Fury isn't the easiest person in the world to hit. But I can see that's the only way that Wilder is going to win, is by landing the big right hand. But can he do it now anymore? Maybe his mojo's gone. You know, he didn't just lose a fight. He lost his dignity in that ring, didn't he? Anyway, that's Anthony Joshua's thought process behind it, that Deontay Wilder has always had the weaknesses and Tyson Fury exposed his weaknesses and annihilated him for it. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.